Today is May 17th of 2023. I thought I'd show what the garden looks like. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done, but we're kind of getting there. Here's the big elderberry. I don't know if you can tell. I don't want to blind you with the sun, but it is really, really big. Like, it's really encroaching into what are my garden beds here. And then there's my nettle I had cut back last time and was dehydrating, and I've got little bitty patches of nettle plants all through there. So hopefully next year it will be covered in that. And we've got a mint julep planted there, and I think peppermint in this bed. And all that comfrey that I had dug up, I dug up this whole plant and planted in the fruit garden, and it's coming back really well. Let's see, this one I missed him. It was a lizard. He kept scaring me yesterday, or the other day, whenever I was doing all my bread. This comfrey plant, you can tell here, I had dug it up and it's coming back. And I planted I believe this was a rudbeckia plant. It's like yellow. It should have yellow flowers, and I think from sometime in the summer to the fall. And then our lilies are so pretty. I love the lily so much. Again, everything needs to be weeded. I've got some areas weeded and some areas not. This is our little, which one was it? I'm trying to remember. Honeycrisp apple and our chocolate mint and the oregano. I'm in the picture here. The oregano is out of control here. And again, there's weeds, and there's our little salad container. It's really rocking it there. And I've got comfrey and catnip in that bed, and some kale back in there, and then the third bed's lemon balm. You can see more lemon balm over there, and there's marshmallow and more comfrey. And we'll keep walking this way. And there's the pear, and this is the other apple. I'm sure you can probably see some of the apples on it. They're a little bit lighter green color, and this one's got lots of apples on it too. Hopefully the critters don't get it this year, and we will. We'll see. And let's see, so here's the other garden beds. Again, they need to be weeded, but I've realized that I don't seem to be able to get everything weeded all at once. This is all my lemon balm bed that I make all my vinegar out of. And again, these need to be weeded. There's a catnip, and I got some nasturtium, and I believe that's a cabbage. I had a few cabbages, and I think that's a ragged jack kale. And this is all sweet mint, and if you can see here, our roses are looking really, really beautiful. And our lettuces are starting to go to seed. And I've got more ragged jack kale there. And let's see, there's a few strawberries of the ones we had. They're starting to put little berries on them. If you see there, there's more. And hopefully these do good. These are replacements for one we had bought last year. And these are marshmallows. There's more marshmallows. And this is the elderberry. And I wanted to come over and show you the banana tree that Mandy got me last year. It's got a baby on it. It should be coming up. And then that's a sweet mint there. But the roses are so pretty this year. I just love them. There's more down in there, but these ones are so beautiful. Okay, let's see. These other strawberries are semi-okay. We'll see. They don't look horrible, but I guess for $1 a package, you can't complain too much. And my one butterfly bush here died. I haven't figured out what to put there yet, but this one is still alive, just smaller. I got a rosemary and sage I grew from seed, and these are just some mints I threw in the ground to see what they do. Let's see. I've got all kinds of things planted out of the fence there. I did hedges and elderberries and planted some flowers, and I'm trying to remember what all else. That's all I can think of. And this is the new flower garden bed that I made. I've got all kinds of different things. This is the hummingbird's lunch that Robert got me for Mother's Day, and there's all kinds of different things. I've got in the back here, that's a Rosa Sharon right there, but in the back here I've got Maximilian sunflowers, which are a perennial sunflower. I've got regular sunflowers all through the back, and then I've got several rows of hibiscus, and then I've got rudbeckia. I think that's the rudbeckia, and then that one behind it's an echinacea, and here's another Pretty flower Robert got me for Mother's Day. And this is Feverfew. That one's Bee Balm. These are little zinnias I got. I think that's a daisy if I'm remembering right. And I can't remember. I think that's Alyssum. I'm not 100% sure. Things got mixed around. I think that's Toothache, and those are the Coxcomb. I don't remember what that one is, but I've got it all mixed in. We just kind of interplanted it. Mandy came out here and helped me, and we interplanted it. I've got more Coxcomb there and Bee Balm. I think that's a chrysanthemum, and I've got Bachelor's Button. There's more zinnias, and you can see the hibiscus are doing really well. They're all through the back there. Let's see, I think that's Toothache there. I can't really remember everything, but again, Bee Balm, and that's Echinacea, and I think that's another chrysanthemum. More little zinnias, all kinds of stuff through here. That's a Bachelor's Button, Bee Balm, I believe, and Coxcomb, and let's see, no, that wasn't the Coxcomb. That's the Echinacea, and then the Rudbeckia and Toothache. There's a Coxcomb right there. Some of them are really little. That's a weed. And then this is another plant, the Coleus he got me for Mother's Day, and another zinnia, and I think that one there's Feverfew and Bee Balm, and these ones are already blooming. I think that's Alyssum, and then there's another flower, and that's Echinacea and Rudbeckia and Bee Balm, and I don't remember what that is, but you can see here this way from the bed, it's like really packed in, and these are my perennial Maximilian sunflower seeds I got. Okay, this is a Creeping Thyme he got for Mother's Day too, and then all the Egyptian walking onions are doing pretty good. I think they're kind of phasing out, that's why they're turning a little yellow. And then I've got peas through here. They're not doing so good because the bunny keeps chomping them. And I think that's Roselle that came back, but I got it to try to see what it tasted like, and I didn't like it. So if it doesn't come back, it's okay. Here's the yarrow. It's gotten really big since last year, and there's a random sunflower. Again, things need to be weeded, but this is a bed I don't have anything planted in. I did have potatoes yesterday, but I pulled them out. And these are all our peppers. I've got all kinds of varieties in here. I got mostly stuff I'd saved seeds from last year. I've got our biggest bell pepper that we had saved seeds from, and our gypsies. Oh, there's a one where the bunny had ate, but most of them look good. Some of them we got from the store. So I've got gypsies, our biggest ones, King Arthur's, our Yum Yums. There's lots of Yum Yums in here. And let's see, I can't hardly read what that is. Oh yeah, this is a new one I wanted to try called Carmen. We had got it at the store, but they're mostly all just one row. They were so packed in here last year it was hard to do, and I did sweet potatoes in the middle. And then we picked up another gypsy and a Yum Yum. Look at that, pieces of my peas that the bunnies ate. So that one's a gypsy, that's a Yum Yum, and there's this new orange one we tried. I think it's like a Valencia orange, but that's our own gypsy that we grew from seed. So I mean, it's not horribly far back behind. And there are all kinds of different ones. Oh yeah, the not spicy jalapenos. Let's see, that's all I can find right now. And then these peas actually are the tallest of all the ones that we have. Let's see, these ones over here are more the ones that are setting fruit and putting stuff on, but they're just now starting to go. I had harvested stuff last year, but they did get planted later too. And then it's really hard to see, but I've got weeds in here, but I do have tomatoes. Again, like I said, I just can't seem to get everything all done at once. All these I had grew, and there's a black creme, Mandy's favorite, and this one we got from the store that's a black creme. And our zinnias, these just popped up on their own. They're little volunteers. I forgot to show their flowering too. And here's more peas. I've got more tomatoes. This is a mixture of volunteers and ones I had grew. I think almost everything in here. Sun Gold, that's a Snow White. I just came and pruned them all today, so that's why they're kind of look spindly. This is a Rapunzel. That's a new one we got this year. I think that was other than the black creme, that was the only new one we had got. But the peas aren't nearly as tall as they were. The catnip is crazier than it was last year. But yeah, that's our peas there. And let's see, I've got lettuces. And these are a vining nasturtium. They actually came up this year, which is nice. I tried last year and it didn't work. But it wasn't a good idea to plant because the birds love this area. This is the other yarrow. It's like, what is it called? Summer berries. We decided to put it there. And these are calypso beans here. They're like yin yang beans. And a little bit of spinach. And that's another vining nasturtium. Let's see if I can get out of the picture. I don't think I can. Okay, I think that's pretty much it, other than a volunteer tomato here and a volunteer tomato down here. I don't know if I've showed the really cool wind chimes that we had got, these big long ones. There's 3 big long ones we had got new this year too. And I've got a few tomatoes in here. There's like one there. I've got radishes and old squashes I planted in here. We'll see what'll come up. I've got different flowers and stuff to plant at the ends of the bed. Some of them aren't doing so good. But this is that sensitive plant. I don't know if I showed it before, but if you touch it, they fold up. They're really cool. I'm going to plant that all around. And more stuff to go at the end of the bed that are flowers. Got all kinds of different things. These are our sweet potatoes I'm growing the slips from. Let's see. I think that's everything there. And there's some more nasturtiums I have planted there. And I still need to plant at the ends and plant all this bed. But I came the other day, I think it was yesterday, and got all the fruit weeded to the best of my ability. This is all Grandma Young's blackberries and comfrey. And Grandma Young's blackberries and comfrey, you can see they're starting to flower a little bit. And then this one, this one was a blackberry that I'm not sure is there, but I planted hibiscus in here and they seem to be doing okay. This is a grape that's doing really, really good. And these blackberries are awesome. You don't even have to have fencing for them, which is really nice. And they have a lot of blackberries on them. Even Grandma Young's blackberries are starting to put on just a little bit. Another grape, and this is another blackberry. It's got a lot on it. And I got another grape. This is some of our raspberry replacements, and out of 6, that's the only one that's still alive. And you can see the comfrey in here too. It's coming back pretty good. And all that's raspberries that didn't take. And then this is my red table grape that I think died. But I got all this weeded. It was a hot mess, but it's a whole lot better. It's still not great, but it's better. There's another hibiscus. I tried to plant hibiscus at all the ends. These are our blueberries we got last year from the local woman and got in the ground. That's a climax. I believe that one is too. But this one's really tall. This is the pink lemonade. You can start to see they're starting to turn a little bit pink. And I can't remember what this one was. I think this one's the O'Neill. It's got really big blueberries. Robert picked some the other day and they were like the size of dimes or bigger. I can't remember what that one was. That was one from like Atwoods or Tractor Supply. This, I believe, is the Ponca blackberry. It's supposedly supposed to be the sweetest one. And that's another blackberry. I think that one's the Freedom Arc. And here's another blueberry. I think this is either this one or this one down here is the one we got from the neighbor woman's nursery. And these are our black raspberries. They're very thorny, but very tasty too. It actually likes the comfrey. You can see how much it's grown behind it. And then we got the black raspberries going everywhere. This is another blackberry. I can't remember exactly what it was. And black raspberries. I got a couple hibiscuses here. We got set up with our rain barrels. Hauled all that water the other day. That was a chore. There's more. These are our babies that we had in the 1-gallon pots over by our dirt pile last year. And we've got a Baldwin, an O'Neill, which will be another really big one. Let's see, that one's a Legacy. This one's a New Hanover. It doesn't look very good. And then this one is a Premier, which actually already has blueberries on it. And these were like $2 plants we got last year. There's another hibiscus there. I got lots of comfrey in there. These are more Grandma Young's blackberries. I didn't weed it really good because you can see they're starting to come up. We had found a bunch of roots and stuff all over here at the fence and pulled them up and put them in the ground, and I got comfrey all in there. That's what all this is. Some of it's just roots, and you can see they're starting to come up, so I didn't weed it very good because I didn't want to weed the little blackberries. And then this is a new blueberry Robert got. It starts with an F and I can't remember what it is, but he's got that one. He's already picked quite a few blueberries off of it. And another hibiscus and comfrey. And then this is our last row of new blueberries Robert had got. I can't remember what they were. I think he had got a Legacy and something else. I think that one there's the Legacy. But I got this ground cover down yesterday too. Ran out of it. But I've got this, and I think I've decided I'm going to get some soil. I have soil in buckets under that tree over there, and I'm going to put it down and grow a bunch of flowers here, probably like sunflowers and zinnias. But the fruit area looks so much better than it did. I spent quite a few hours out here yesterday weeding that, and I guess I'll just show what we have down here. Now you can see all our bird feeders too. We've had a hawk come, so we don't have quite as many birds as we have been having. Let's see. So this is our little elderberry here. It's doing really good. It's gotten so tall. I thought it was going to be a lot shorter than it has been, but it's doing really good. And our chocolate mint, and this is sedum. And I think that said that was tobacco if I didn't mislabel it. That's what that's supposed to be. But I think I did have what was it called, lantana and hibiscus back there, but they both died, so I don't have that anymore. But the chocolate mint's happy to take over. This is apple mint. It's going crazy. It's coming up through the porch, all the apple mint. And I don't know if you can see, these are the black hollyhocks back here. There may be some more back in there, but the mint is like taking over. So I think I've got apple mint to here. That possibly could be mojito mint, because that's what all this is. I've had this mojito mint 1 year more than the apple mint, and it's taken off that much. And back there's the marshmallow. I don't know if you can tell the difference like that right there. That's the marshmallow. And all that's mojito mint. And like I said, there may be more hibiscus, or not hibiscus, what is it called? Hollyhocks back there. I'm not certain. This one's the orange mint. It doesn't look like it gets as tall, but may just need to give it more time. And there's more orange mint here, and more marshmallow. And I don't see any more hollyhocks, although that right there kind of looks like a hollyhock. Might be. We'll just have to see. This is a cutting I took from that big elderberry plant in the back. And under it I've got oregano. And let's see, we got a new pineapple mint to try again here. It died last year. And I think that's just elderberry that's coming up. And this is the one that was quite short last year. I'm really surprised at how much bigger it's gotten. And I've got lamb's ear here. I don't know that any of those seeds are going to come up. I had planted that in some of them little pots up front. We'll see. That's more sedum. That lighter kind of ruffly plant right there. And this is, let's see, I think that's spearmint, I think is what that one is. And then horseradish, and this is my willow. I don't know if you remember, it was like way high, like towering higher than the house. And I cut it this spring, me and Robert cut it, and it's done that tall and like twice as bushy. It's crazy too. And I've got that all planted at the fence, and I think I've decided, since it does so well and bushes out, that this winter I'm gonna cut it back too, and maybe it'll get really big and bushy. And you can see the elderberries even coming out further too. But I think that's it. Robert accidentally hit the peach tree with the mower, and it's kind of looking like it might die, so that's not good. There's a couple of plums there, and this is our pear tree, and I know Robert had found some pears on it, but I don't see them at the moment. But it's really tall. Sorry not to blind you with the sun. And that's just a pear tree and another pear tree and our little oak trees. And I'm trying to think, oh yeah, I don't think I've ever showed I'll just walk over here real fast. Oh, you've asked about the yucca too. I moved that once, and there's the yucca there. And our dewberries, I'll show that one. There's some back there where all that wood is, but we picked like 3 pounds in one day, like almost 3 pounds in one day, all here where like the lawnmowers, the old lawnmowers are, and there's like a water in that roller there to level out the ground. It's all there, and that's where we picked all the dewberries pretty much. There was a few out at the road. You can see here the apples are getting pretty big there. But yeah, Robert had found something. There's the yucca again. Something back here that I don't think I ever showed you. Actually, he found a couple somethings. One of them I suspected this was what it was. It just didn't have enough of sunlight. So again, there's weeds and everything. I gotta watch for snakes because there is a snake back here. Mandy had seen it the other day. So there's another. That's the yucca that I originally took it from. Here is, Robert had discovered this is a mulberry tree. I feel like we'd seen, there you go. You can see there's a little bit of red there. That's a mulberry. There's one right there. So this is a mulberry tree. There's multiple mulberries on it. And then also back here, I suspected that these were irises, but they had never got enough sun to, let's see, this is where Mandy's seen the snake, so I'm being really careful. Well, it looks like they're all petered out. But all these are the old-timey, really pretty purple irises right in here. So I'm going to try and dig those up next year. This is where I got my daffodils from. Let's see, I was going to show you. There was some, I don't know if you see that kind of spiky plant back there with the long teeth. That's a wild lettuce. Yeah, but they're all died. Oh, goodness, that scared me. That's all where the daffodils were. I'm going to dig some of those up next year and plant them other places. This is the fig tree. Yeah, you can see it used to be really big, but it's died back because it's really, really old. But it's still got a few little shoots that put off. And I think that's it, other than honeysuckles. What was I going to show you? I'm trying to remember. There was something that I thought of, and now I can't remember. Well, I can't remember what it was. I know I probably even said it, and I don't remember. But I thought this mulberry tree was really cool. That's really exciting to be able to find it. I still don't remember what it was. But anyways, I think that's everything, showing you even new things that I'd forgot. But that's all I can think of for now. I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay, I remembered what that something was. It was wild lettuce. I know Frida's asked about it before, and you had mentioned it. I had seen one, I want to say it was back here. And probably it won't be back here anymore now that I'm looking for it. Oh, there it is. Do you see that right there? That's a wild lettuce. Back behind the tree there, right back behind, the thing with the kind of spiky teeth, that's a wild lettuce. And if you pull a leaf off, it's got like this milky substance that comes out. It's like a latexy kind of substance. That's what it is. That's what wild lettuce looks like. But anyways, I finally remembered what it was. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Something else I forgot to show is Ty had got me this for Mother's Day last year, this really pink pretty thing. The other is a weed. But he had bought that for me last year for a Mother's Day gift, and I thought I had killed it. I just left the pot sitting here, and it came back right at Mother's Day. So that was pretty cool. Anyways, I think that's it now. Bye-bye.